So, was not expecting to have to work today, but someone didn't make it to work, so I have to cover, which is fine, but I gotta rush. And when I rush, I have to bring this. This is if I gotta get somewhere in a hurry and be kind of comfortable at the same time. So let's see what that looks like.
So I tried to have the entire song in, but YouTube wouldn't allow it. So I went with the really short clip, and it goes in and out. I think it's still funny. But we're riding the 100,000-mile Royalstar Venture, which is still my favorite bike of all time, always. It's comfortable, it's quiet, it's big. It goes where I need it to go, gets me where I need it to get me every time. Smooth, comfortable. So, sped it all up so it wasn't completely boring because there's not a lot of traffic on a Monday night. Leaving my neighborhood heading to Hollywood. But thanks for joining me. So, a bit of a teachable moment here. See all that junk in the road? I should have gotten around it, but I couldn't because there was a car to my right. And when I pulled out through all that mess, my back wheel spun. You know, I caught it, didn't drop it. But those are some of the things you got to look out for on the road. It's a real pain. Now, another thing, I don't normally do this. I absolutely say 100% don't do this, but I'm in a rush. All the cars are dead stop because it's a red light. So the chances of somebody whacking me are kind of minimal there, but be careful. Don't do that. Unless you absolutely have to and the cars are stopped. A little bit of a different view. So another thing that you got to watch out for. You see where those cars are stopped? They're not even on the sensors that tells the light somebody's there. It's ridiculous. They always stop. I don't know why people do this in LA. They stop way before the sensor. Half the time the sensor doesn't see a motorcycle, so the light won't change. I don't get it. So here we are, we're on Los Feliz. We're going down the hill. You can't see the elevation. I wish you could. It's a pretty steep hill. Going down onto Western. Oh, and for the record, all that music, it's called Yakety Sax. People know it as the Benny Hill theme. But and you guys probably don't know. How would you? I never told you. I'm a sax player. I used to played in a bunch of different kinds of bands, but that's a hard that's a hard piece to do. There's a lot to it, and when you speed it up, especially, it's hard. It's interesting. It's an interesting hunk of music, but it's called yakety sax. In fact, if you want, I used to be a musician, professional musician. I made my living playing music at one point. You can go on to SoundCloud, search my name, Larry Andrews, and you'll see a bunch of stuff.
They repaved it and they repainted it. They turned it into one lane.
So I was trying to talk into my
Again,
mic
it's bad
as
weather
I was
for it. Nobody
riding,
knows what to do with it now.
but I wasn't sure if it was picking me up or not. So
Yeah.
they redid Hollywood Boulevard. They repaved it and repainted it, and they turned it into one lane just to that. If I made a right there, it's one lane. And they painted in a whole bunch of bike lane. They painted in parking spots. Completely ruined that section of Hollywood Boulevard. It's so ridiculous to me. So at this point, what I do to save time is I go down to Sunset, make the right onto Sunset. Uh-oh, here we go again. There's the world famous Pantages Theater. And this Domino's guy who didn't know what he was doing or where he was going. And here we are, parking. I'm right up the street from Scum and Villainy Cantina, which is where I bounce at night in Hollywood. If you're ever in Hollywood, you want to come by, say hi, grab a snack, grab a drink, please do. But thanks for riding along, and we'll see you next time.